What's going on, my friends? Cool pod today. So this is a pod from Gary Smith. It's one of his original creations, a cross he's working on, F1 F2 stage. He sent me a handful of some crosses that he's working on that he hasn't sent to anybody else. I guess he sent some to Johnny Scoville, and he said Johnny and myself the only ones that have them. But this is LSM05, and the only information that Gary was going to give me was that it's a Hellbent cross. So we're going to give it a run and see what it tastes like and what kind of heat she offers. I thought it kind of had like a little bit of a ghost or even primatali kind of, phenotype look to it. I love mustard, so let's see what we got. Cheers, my friends. He's got this labeled as LSM05. The inside of it's just completely gold. Beautiful pepper. The outside had some golden hinge there, you can see it. It's tasty. It's a thick-walled pepper. You can see there how thick the wall is, which I prefer, which I like. It's got a thick placenta and a wet placenta. It's very earthy. There's one for the birds today. Not too many birds out and about. It's rainy, cold. Again, beautiful flavor on that, Gary. It's really neutral, earthy. It's creating a good amount of saliva. I'm wondering how delayed of a burn this is going to be, or if it's going to get to where it could potentially get to. It's like it has Like you can tell it's a super hot. You can tell that it has some super hot bite to it, but it's not fully getting, I just don't think it's fully getting to what this pepper is probably potentially going to be in 8 cycles from now, or 7, wherever he's at with this. Again, he sent me a handful of crosses that he's working on, this being one of them, and he just told me they're all in F1, F2 stage, so I don't know exactly where this particular one is, one of those 2 stages, so early on. So that pepper's probably going to get pretty hot. Right now, for me, it's around ghost pepper level heat, kind of low end ghost pepper level heat. But it's a fun burn. It's an enjoyable burn. It's been another couple minutes since we started in this afterburn, probably, right? A minute at least, and it hasn't really built any. We're gonna hang on for probably a full 10 minutes here just to see what happens. So, you know, bear with me. Fast forward, do what you got to do, because I just don't want to end this early and then it builds. You know, you just never know. The burn right now is on the lips, and the underneath the tongue, specifically the gum line underneath on the inside part. It's not underneath the actual tongue. It's in this part. You know, that part. But again, definitely worth growing that. I mean, just for the flavor. I love mustard pods. To me, they're just a clean flavor. They generally offer a clean burn to them. They're neutral, as in the burn and the flavor complement each other generally pretty well, where one doesn't overpower the other. And so that's what I mean by neutral. It just gives you a nice, even, neutral type of burn and flavor profile. Yeah, it's not really going anywhere right now. So I'd say this is right now it's about a ghost pepper level heat. And I thought maybe it had some ghost genetics to it, and that's how I described the pepper to him when I reached back out. Because he didn't, you know, Gary from Lone Star, he didn't say he was sending me these peppers. He just sent them with the box. And when I was looking at the variety in the box, I was noticing at the very end of his list, it was saying LSM, which stands for Lone Star Mastiffs. And then he had a 01, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I had some of those pods, and I'm thinking, so I immediately thought these got to be crosses he's working on. So I reached out just to get whatever little more information I could on them. You know, and they're still early, so he's not really pushing them out too much, but I appreciate you sending those to me, Gary. It's always fun to try something new and be trusted like that with, you know, just knowing that I'm just going to eat the things, right? Like I don't grow, I don't have a green thumb. I'd like to start growing someday, but you know, it's work. And there's a reason that there's master growers out there, because they're a master at their craft like Gary is. His peppers are phenomenal. This one's good. Nose is starting to run now. I just kind of noticed that. It was a little wet underneath, but it's now starting to just run a little bit. It could partially be because it is pretty cold out here and rainy. But again, it's a hot pepper. If you consider ghost pepper level heat the start of a super hot, this meets that category. I don't think this got up to in that million range, though. I would surmise this is in that 700 to 800,000. But yeah, that's the LSM05 Hellbent creation, or a part of the genetics of this pepper is the Hellbent pepper. And that's all the information I know. So, Gary, thank you. I look forward to maybe trying those every season. That'd be pretty cool. I've never done that before, and that would be fun to have a grower trust you enough that every year. That would be cool. Anyway, we'll go get warm. I appreciate y'all being here, burning with me. That's your #1 hot sauce guy. We'll see you on the next one.